Deficiency of Being-Love and Real Bondings of Lady Diana's Life. Let's investigate and diagnose Diana's life's love-toxic pain using scientific lens. Once she said, "I think the biggest disease the world suffers from in this day and age is the disease of people feeling unloved." Diana had an affinity to be deeply loved the relations. She was a girl from a split family, therefore much more sensitive towards her close relationships. In her life, she faced two severe adversities in family bonds. 1. At the age of 8, her mother went away. 2. Love was desperately deficient in her marital life. Her husband left the beautiful and loyal Diana for a revile woman. After marriage to the royal and noble family, she was considered the luckiest woman in the world. But very soon, she felt an unidentified cruel and toxic element in her marital life that was trying to pull her love electrons. Princess of Wales found a lady named Camilla. Camilla was the mistress of his beloved husband, Charles. They were cheating on Diana. Camilla and Charles were romantically involved periodically, both before and during their first marriage. The secret love of Charles just gave Diana a stroke to realize that, sooner or later, the legally bonded couple will undergo marriage catabolism, the breakdown. Her husband was over her like a rash after the disclosure of his love affair with the royal family. Diana and Charles's actions in their relationship underwent friction. They started reacting abruptly and uncontrollably over the consequences of the unwanted formation of illegal bonds. Diana loved her husband sincerely. Therefore, on her core nucleic heart advice, she tried to concentrate on her famous bond with Prince Charming again. She started interacting with all component elements of the bonded royal family by releasing the effervescences of love, logic, anger, and complaints. But all her effort went in vain. Finally, the fairy tale princess admitted the bitter reality of failure. She was confident in constructing a reliable compound family relationship in the socio-science lab of the world, but failed. She acknowledged that she was in their way yet not her fault. During that deathly phase of her life, she tried to convince herself and got the inference that the bond was covalent, not ionic. The relationship was enslaved, not autonomic. She was used to doing as was told by her husband all the way always. Now she was sure to escape from this messy relationship, just like the escape of gas from an aqueous solution. It brought a tremendous shift in her life. Diana's husband betrayed her by standing with that radioactive reviled woman. Lady Camilla and Prince Charles thought of her as a naive and shy girl. They wanted to use and throw her like tissue paper. They did not know that Diana had a bit spark of perfection. The royal kingdom told the Princess of Wales to conceal the friction in the couple to hide conflict and to maintain honor in the eyes of the world. She bravely went against it as it was an injustice to her. Diana was flaming to notice that she was a trapped victim of a loveless marriage. She felt helpless to convince her husband to leave his mistress, so she decided to leak this news to the people of her homeland to realize them she was a hard nut to crack. Diana recorded facts for researcher Andrew Morton, transcripts of which he later published in 1992's Diana, Her True Story. The discovery spread like a fire in the jungle. The discovery of a secret love affair publicly was absolutely dynamite for the royal kingdom. It was just like the opening of the floodgate. The covalentine bond became weak and broken. Dear Diana couldn't keep the relationship in the lock. Diana, the London Rose, in her interview, the heartbroken words expelled from her mouth with a sigh of grief. There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded. Now royal carbon, Charles, had a visible option, but loving carbon, Diana, was again atomic adoption as lonely carbon. If you want more content like this, comment, share, like, and subscribe to Chemistroland.